It's already going. You know what I'm saying? We just jump into it.
Shit.
But I appreciate you for coming, bro.
Definitely, bro. I appreciate you inviting me out.
Look, twins, bro. I got a Joker tattoo.
I'm not gonna put my pant leg up, but you've seen my Joker tattoo.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro. Bro, I'm not sure, but I think you're like maybe the only guy who has just the same amount of tattoos as me.
Yeah.
Because I have like 27.
I probably have like 17 or 18. Just a bunch of small ones and like the bigger pieces. They just kind of all mixed together.
Get a little closer.
Oh,
Or bring it.
my
No, you
bad.
just bring closer.
This good right here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
Testing.
Testing 1, 2,
Oh,
3.
the lights will
Yeah.
flicker. Bro, I told you. We
Need
got to
some-
pay the
Need
bills.
some
bro.
more sponsors, bro.
Yeah, I need sponsors, bro. You see what I'm saying?
Shit, me too.
I only have one camera. I don't get how nobody sponsors you, bro.
Honestly, I haven't really looked for sponsors the way I should have. I'm gonna be on the lookout for some pretty soon because we have more opportunities after a couple fights to go to New York. So
You going to New York?
hmm
What?
June 28th is another opportunity to fight for a belt.
Time out.
Gonna give me an epilepsy attack, bro.
Bro, that's what I think about, dog. I really think about that.
You should have a warning on the front door.
Dude, no, I tell the guy, like, he still doesn't do nothing. How's that? Stay. But it's all part of the journey.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But bro, that's so dope. And then you just posted too that you have a fight June 6th.
Yeah, June 6th, I'm fighting for the 126 Muay Thai belt against Prince Connerly.
Can you stop? Like, you're just so active, dog.
It's not me. It's my sensei. I if it wasn't for my sensei and him like helping me with the mental coaching and everything of that aspect, like I probably wouldn't still be fighting. If I went to a different gym, I don't think I would have had this like puzzle piece connection with the gym that I've been having.
Bro, and that's pretty good though, man. And staying active like that, you know, is it kind of tiring though on your body?
Is it okay
Special
with
guest
that?
appearance. Yeah, bro, it's cool.
Okay, cool. Yeah, special guest appearance.
Special guest appearance.
Miss Maven Wren.
Shout out, kids.
Shout out kids. Shout
See,
out babies.
and then when she sees this in the future, she's gonna be like, "Dang."
Yeah, she's gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, Dada. Yes, baby. You want to sit with me? Okay, come on. Or not? Okay.
She's
sorry.
just vibing.
I'm sorry. What was your question?
Nah, that's cool. Like on your body, bro. Like, how is it? You know, like turning around and so quick. I think it's pretty quick. You know.
It depends on how the fight goes. This fight it went pretty well. I just got to use a lot of my hands. The one head kick I threw, it hit like the side of his head, and like my foot's been like bruised, like a bone bruise or something on the inside. So it's a little harder to move on it now. But when I warm up, vibe, listen to some music, I'm chilling. Like I can move on it just fine.
Easy day, basically.
Yeah. But to answer your question though, it's not super bad on my body. If like I eat right, I have good recovery. I don't like overtrain. Say hi. Say hello. You want to get in the camera?
A little dragon.
Little dragon. Baby
Little
dragon. Miss
Baby
Maven.
dragon.
Baby bird. You want to get down again? Yeah, this one's a spider monkey.
Now, but how's fatherhood, bro?
Freaking, it's a blessing, bro. Like,
Actually, yeah. Try to pull it a little closer.
I'm sorry.
No, you good, man. Like, pick it up.
Like,
You can
maybe-
pick it up.
yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, better.
That's-
Much
yeah.
better.
Look at that.
I look
Approve?
professional now.
I gotta prove it by
oh
3
my
people.
gosh. See your little
Nah,
face
but
in
yeah,
the camera.
how is fatherhood, man?
It's a blessing, bro. Honestly, it's been an up and down journey. Just getting used to being a first time father, the sleep, the scheduling, being a full time dad, being having a full time job, training as much as I can in between everything, and working the schedule, scheduling everything. It is a puzzle piece that can never be solved, but a lot of sacrifice. It's been amazing, bro. To have this little one I could wake up to every morning and go to sleep by her every morning. It's another motivational push for me.
I mean, it was fighting is such a respectable sport, but to balance everything in that, man, it's not an easy job.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. Freaking working these 8 hours a day, 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day. She's durable like her dad. For some reason, she has like the hardest head. She headbutts me and like gives me knots.
A little spar.
Yeah.
It's all good, man.
But yeah, it's wild. It's a freaking crazy, like I said, puzzle piece. You can't ever put the pieces together the right way.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a sacrifice. There's always a give. There's always a take. There's always a compromise you have to do. So when it comes to training, I'll stay up late whenever they go to sleep, go run, wake up super early, go run, go lift, do what I gotta do. So it's I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry, but
Nah,
it's
you good,
like a
bro.
super
You
big,
good.
just like I like to think of it just like puzzle pieces. I like to figure puzzles out, which is why I fight. Just figuring out what the other dude's gonna do in front of you. I feel like my biggest attribute is being able to see things. For some reason, I've always been able to like see things a little faster. It sounds gay and it sounds like a comic book. Like
It sounds like X-Men, bro.
yeah, it sounds like
Yeah.
Wade Wilson, Deathstroke. Like
Yeah.
one of his powers is like being able to see faster.
Mhm.
I feel like I could see things a little faster. I feel like I could react a little faster than people.
Well, I think in your fights it kind of shows.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
think so.
How you kind of be in the Matrix, you know?
Yeah.
Like you just in there piecing
yeah.
up, people throwing combos. And this last fight, you were just, bro, you gave him like a 12-piece combo. I don't think you gave him biscuits. But you just gave, you just
I don't
gave him a
know.
combo.
I might have given them biscuits. Those people don't dry.
The
But
biscuits, bro, like it was just amazing seeing you, bro. And then the cardio too. It's like the gas, your foot was on the gas and there was like no sign of stopping.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like respect to him for stepping in the cage, but it's like he didn't have an answer.
yeah, and that's what we plan to do. We don't really plan to just go out there and compete or make it a competitive fight. We go out there to like make people rethink their choices of why they're going into the cage or why they're fighting at all. Like in the fight, you could hear my sensei just screaming, retire him. He's a tomato can. He sucks. Like nothing he has can beat you. But yeah, we just train to honestly go out there and dominate and just put on just crazy performances. And Senpai, he's only had fight of the nights and finishes. Mel, one of the girl fighters we have, she's just only foot on the gas and never ever lets off.
She is tough. She's real tough.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how, and it's like so respectable and admirable how you guys just like compliment one another.
Yeah.
Because like I had him on and you heard it. You know, first thing he did was, you know, give credit to you and give credit to her too, and the sensei. You know, and it's just like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
you know, other gyms do the same, but it's like you guys make sure like that's the first and last thing you guys know before you leave anywhere.
Yeah, regardless of what I do, regardless of how good I do, how bad I do, whatever happens, like that's me and my journey, but them and their journey and how they've helped me become the person I am. Senpai, I walked in the dojo one day. Sensei was in Thailand. I walked in the dojo one day. I was like, hey, I want to kind of show up, do whatever. Excuse me.
Yeah, me too.
Try out some. I ate some noodles and like I'm not.
What kind? What's your favorite flavor? Beef. What? No.
Nah, beef is fire, but
yeah.
beef has always been my like childhood favorite. But I used to do like the jalapeno ones, mix in some shrimp ones, and then put some peanut butter on top of it when I was a kid. Went to sleep right after. I know it sounds super bad, but those are struggle meals.
This explains so much. Why you go out there and you just
exactly. I just it's always
it's in the diet.
It's in the diet, definitely in the diet. I have a very Mexican diet.
Like, don't question my methods. I don't know if you ever seen this movie. It was called The Comeback. The
Comeback.
Comebacks. It was funny. It was like a parody of sports movies and stuff like that.
No, I love watching parodies though. Like the Vampire Suck, like of the Twilight.
Vampire Sucks.
All the scary movies, bro.
All the scary movies are peak, bro.
My favorite one is Scary Movie 2, with the butler with the small hand.
Oh yeah, take my strong hand.
Yeah.
He was like, no, I don't want that. Give me the other one,
dude. He was like, I can't pick you up with the other one. You gotta grab this,
dude. And I think movies are making a comeback, dog. Like next year,
so.
they said like Shrek 5, Avengers, a whole bunch of other ones. Scary Movie. I think Scary Movie, the new one is coming out next year.
Yeah, the brothers getting back together to make another scary movie. It's a parody of I forgot what it was a parody of.
A whole bunch though.
Yeah, there's a bunch of really cool ones.
But man, you can't go wrong with funny movies, bro. That was me.
That's all good.
But parody movies are up there, bro. A Haunted House was pretty good too,
dude. Those are really
those
good.
are funny.
Haunted House 1 and Haunted House 2. They're just if I watch the first one, I have to watch the second one.
Really?
Yeah, it's like
mandatory.
Mandatory. I have that type of humor though. It's like stupid stuff like that
yeah.
is so just funny to me. Like that Invincible. Sorry. That Invincible and The Boys. Like The Boys, like that humor and like I'm not a psycho or anything, I don't think. But I really like the gore parts of it. A little bit. You have to be a little out of you have to have a couple screws loose to
do this.
I think you gotta
be a little.
Yeah. But The Boys, I really like that show. Like I watched all seasons, all episodes, and my mom or some people walked in the room while I was watching it. They're like, "Oh my god, what are you watching?" I'm like,
"It's art.
it's art. Don't judge me, mom."
No, bro, it's real. Like, bro, I was seeing all the hype of season. I think they were on season 4 this year.
I think so, yeah.
Or yeah,
I think it was 3 or 4,
or a little bit last year. Yeah, but I was seeing all the hype, and I was like, bro, I gotta watch it. And at first I was just like, but as you keep going, bro, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, you get
bro.
super invested with everybody.
Bro, Soulja Boy is by far my favorite character, bro. He's my favorite.
Soulja Boy reminds me of a couple family members I have, but so do all the other characters. Like Huey, he reminds me of like cousins I have, and Butcher, like he reminds me of like different uncles I have. Like there's so many different relatable things in that show.
It's so good though, bro. It's good. Like realistic heroes, bro. Yeah, like that's exactly how heroes or people with powers would act, dog.
Yeah, in comics they make Superman a nice person because of comics, but he would take over Metropolis if he really wanted to.
If he really wanted.
Well, I'm sure there's comics of him becoming evil. Like there's comics where the Punisher becomes Ghost Rider. There's Punisher, and there's comics whenever Ghost Rider is a servant of Thanos. Like there's a bunch of different things like that.
Yeah, and it's just I don't know, but Invincible and the boys do a good job, like I said, in like real world. If we had people
like
with
grounding
powers.
it,
yeah, bro, because like not everybody's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
not everybody's not gonna be like, oh, let me not kill you. But the biggest thing with the boys is like how they fake being heroes.
Yeah,
like they're not even heroes or nothing.
They're just celebrities.
Yeah, there you go, bro.
Yeah, they're celebrities. Like how. What was that damn
A-Train, bro? The titles are so funny though, bro.
Of the episodes?
No, like of the movies they be making and stuff.
Oh
like that.
yeah,
like Vought Plus,
Girls Get It Done, and
like they're funny, bro.
Yeah,
and you're like, how do you think about this stuff, bro? And then the comments too. When other people watch it, they be like, "Oh, this is gonna do numbers on Vought Plus," or when the new season drops, A-Train, baby. And then like the first episode is so messed up. How Huey's with his girl, and A-Train
he's like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
I gotta go, and like he's just there with her hands, bro. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
but Invincible too.
Invincible's really good.
Invincible's
good. Awesome. I have a thing to where like if a show is super super popular, I won't watch it until
it dies down.
And then I could watch it. Cause like I still haven't watched Game of Thrones.
Me neither.
I haven't watched like Sons of Anarchy. I haven't watched that.
You should watch that.
I haven't watched it because my parents were so into it. I was like, I was just like, oh, y'all are into it right now, and it's so popular. I don't feel like jumping into the hype train of everything.
It's been like 10 years, bro. Watch it.
I haven't had a lot of time to watch it.
Bro, it is good.
Yeah,
it's up there.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff gets repetitive, and you're like, just stop being criminals.
Yeah.
Like,
there was a couple of moments in the show where I just I was cooking something and I looked at the TV and I just sat there and watched the whole 2 episodes. I was like, man, that's crazy. I just walked back into my room, like, because I wasn't super emotionally involved.
Yeah, of course, bro. But yeah, Invincible, The Boys, those are my shows. Mm-hmm. And I had brought this up with somebody. I was like, bro, when you find out someone else watches the same stuff as you, you're automatically like, bro, it's connection.
Yeah, whenever we were texting back and forth, and then after I watched Senpai's interview, whenever you were talking about The Boys and Invincible, I was like, this dude's just a homie. Like, this is like listening to two friends just chop it up, and I'm just like the third wheel.
And that's what let me just excuse myself. Nah, bro, that's the type of vibe I get, because like, bro, like you're a fighter, but you're also a person. I try to know the person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And bars. But like that's just how it is. Bro, but speaking of person, let me show you this real quick, bro.
Okay.
You are funny. You are hilarious. Let me see. How did you get the idea for this?
Oh, so we went to it was Halloween. It was Halloween, and we went to a costume store, and we were like, man, what are we gonna be for Halloween? Because we wanted to like have like a Addams Family thing going on, and we were time was kind of running out, so we just went to a Halloween store, seen some 80s pop star dude in the wig, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna just wear this. And she wore like what'd you wear, babe?
Or like a hippie dress.
Yeah, like a hippie dress, and she was baby Moana. So none of us matched. Yeah. It was like the funniest looking picture ever. But I pulled up to the dojo, and it was Halloween Day, I think, or right before Halloween. And Senpai was holding pass for somebody, and he was like, "Dude, we have to make a video." And we just made the video, and I was feeling it. I showed up, started dancing, hitting the pads, moving.
Bro, you got some moves, dog. You did a little pop lock and everything. I was like, okay.
2 shots, you would never know. You would never know I never danced.
But I was doing, research, and I was going through your page, and I was like, bro, this is so funny, dog. Like, I sent it to my son's mom, and I was like, this dude is funny. He has character, like. You know what I'm saying? Because some people are just fighters, and that's fine, but I feel like you have a personality and stuff.
I feel like the hardest thing for a fighter to do is show his personality and show like character, because like it's like, you're a fighter, you have to promote your fighting and do this and do that. But the reality of it is, the business side of it, everyone attracts to characters. Everyone attracted to Patty the Batty. Everyone attracted to all these other people who talk. Connor. Big example. Everyone who talks crap, talks mess. My sensei is a big example too. He's on the internet just roasting people, going left and right, like posting whatever he wants, just because that's sensei and that's the House of Dragons. Like, we're going for everybody. He's letting it be known, and we're just like his guns, and he's like aiming and shooting in any direction.
Basically, and I've said this before, he's really aura farming. Like, he is like aura on spam, dog. Dude. To walk out with a suit?
With a suit. Whenever one of my teammates, Vic, who he fought one time for Fury, and then since they came out like a trench coat, all black, just staring down the crowd, like, you could feel it. Like, when he's in your corner, you could definitely feel like, bro, like, yeah, I'm invincible right now.
Bro, you feel it though. Like, okay, I'll say it again. But when he came out the first time, I think it was with you, right?
Yeah, I was the first fight.
Yeah. And I'm just like, who is this dude with a suit, bro? Like, that's different. It stood out. And then he came out with Melanie, right? And I was like, bro, again, I'm like, who is this guy? And then, like I told Senpai or Marcos, the last person to walk out, he's right there in his corner, and you're just like, I know this guy now. Mm-hmm. Like, this is just a different feeling.
And he's basically fighting too. He's in the corner. He's in the corner in between fights, like moving around and boom, 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 boom. Like, he has, I think, like Senpai said, like a suit for every day of the week, and like any occasion we go to, any meeting he's invited us to, every like professional event that he's been at, he's always dressed to impress. He's always dressed for the occasion. He's always there to show that he's a professional, and he backs everything up. He talks, but he backs everything up. There's nothing he's said that hasn't come to fruition. Like, he's shown me, he's took me under his wing like a little brother whenever I walked up to the dojo, and I was like 19 years old. And he's took me on his wing since then. And all my entire fighting style is from House of Dragons. Like, I never did a boxing class. I never did any other gym before House of Dragons. I went to some grappling gym for maybe like a couple weeks, and then they just kind of threw me on pads with somebody, and he kicked the pads, and I punched myself in the lip, and I was like, I don't like this. No one's taking care of me. And then I went to House of Dragons like a month later, and then they all was like, hey, like, you got pretty good moves, man. And I was sparring, and like, I was fast, and they all seen potential in me. So it just kind of took me under the wing. Senpai, sensei, like, I literally see them as my older brothers, and I'm the oldest of 6. So I didn't have an older brother.
And to see them as older brothers. Yeah, man. And that's good, bro. It's like the stars align. And I'm a huge believer in that. And that's so cool. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For you to walk in there, and you're basically like homegrown talent. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you said, you didn't have any real experience or anything. You just walked in there. Yeah. And
like, I barely knew what a sidekick was before I showed up to the gym. And like, now I'm like throwing them just out of reactions in my fight. Or like that one clip I posted on my Instagram, like, I threw a head kick into a sidekick. Like, I never thought I could do that. Like, honestly.
Hey, I shocked myself too.
Yeah, I shocked myself. It was great. But like, with my hands and my boxing and stuff, that's all sensei, like, telling me to work my head movements, throw while moving, and cutting certain angles, and just being in the zone, and don't get discouraged when you get hit, roll with the punch and go. I feel like me and sensei's style of fighting is the same but different. Like, he's very forward pressure. I'm gonna take one to get one. I'm gonna get tired, but you're gonna be way more tired than me. Me, I'm like, I'm in your face, blah blah blah, boom boom boom. I can take a hit to give a hit, but I'm just gonna like drain your gas tank and get you frustrated. Like, the whole game plan with me, not the game plan, but just my style, just forward, and just relentless pressure. Oh, my bad. It's all good.
No, but you know, but it like, and it's so cool because it's like, credit to both, like how he's teaching and how you're just built. You know, because you could give the instructions to somebody, you could do all the training, but it wouldn't exactly show in fights. You know what I'm saying? But the toughness you have, and like the cardio and the strength, and like you said, how you react, or how you're fast, how you can see stuff, that's just perfect right there. Like a perfect combination. Like, mixing it all up.
And I try my best to be super coachable. Like, even when I'm frustrated, when I'm going through something, whenever my mental's off. Like, I remember one point in this camp, like probably 2 weeks before I was gonna go into the cage to fight. Like, he was like, "Man, you can't defend the takedown this way. You can't reach over. You gotta like do this, do that." Ooh. Sorry. And I was like super frustrated, and I wanted to tell him, like, "Man, just let me do it. Like, I got it. Let me do it." But I took a deep breath and was like, "Okay, okay, let me do it. And it was like the last, like the sixth or the 10th or 9th round, and then that was like the best round I had because I took a deep breath, let it all go, and then boom, 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 did the exact technique that he told me to do. And he was like, you see how you did that? I could tell something was off. And then we talked after class, and that's the biggest thing too. He's like, after class, if he knows something's wrong with me, and I've been around since I was 19, he knows whenever something's up. Yeah. So after class, whenever I left, he was like, hey bro, like, you're good? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. He's like, nah, in life, are you okay? And then we just had like a 30-40 minute conversation about life, how I feel with my daughter, how I feel with my relationship, how he's been exactly where I am, and how to deal with it. And then from there, like, I feel like it opened my eyes a little bit more to see things in a different light. And I had a conversation with her the next day. Yep. And like literally did it like how he coaches me in the corner, like how he coached me to like, hey, you might see it this way, but maybe look at it this way. Next day I had a conversation with her, that exact same mental mind frame, and I was like, everything just got better, honestly. Just knowing that he has my back, knowing that he's been where I've been through, and he's not just saying it to say it. He's telling me to genuinely take care of me. And it's really hard to find people like that, honestly. And like you said, stars aligning. Like, I don't think I would still be fighting if I was at a different gym. If I was at a different gym, and I honestly think I would have burnt out. I feel like being here and being surrounded by genuine people who I genuinely look at as like my family. Like Sensei is my sensei. He's my teacher. He's someone I go to for guidance, and like whatever he says, like it's in there locked in. Like it's gonna be there forever. But I also see him as my older brother, and I could be like, hey, like I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Can I get some advice? And he'll shoot the shit with me, and we'll just talk about life, honestly. And he'll like be honest with me. He's never a yes man, and I feel like a lot of people are surrounded by yes men, and that's why they burn out, and that's why they win championships and feel like, oh, I'm unbeatable. Let me go do this. Let me go do that. Next fight get smashed. You know, with him, it's like even if I do win a fight, even if I do super great, he's always like pointing things out. So you do this, and then the next week, Monday I'll get congratulated, Mel will get congratulated, Senpai will get congratulated, but we're just right back at it. It's like a never ending process of getting better and living the life of a martial artist rather than just the life of a fighter. Life of a fighter, Scissors told me, it's the hardest shit in the world. That's like fighting, that's your main thing. It's not guaranteed. You don't make the most money out of it. But living the life of a martial artist, you're always trying to progress. You're living You're living life to progress as a martial artist, as a husband, as a father, as a son, as a brother, as a mentor for the other students we teach. Like all the kids, whenever we won our fights, they're all like, oh my gosh, like these guys are cool. And then whenever we teach them in class, same thing, they're all focused, they all know we mean business, and at the same time they could play around and they know we're super cool. So it's having those two dynamics and having a bunch of like like-minded people to be able to push each other. I think it's really cool. I think it, like you said, perfect alignment of the stars, and it's been ups, there's been downs, but I feel like in the downs, when I've needed people the most, my wife Sasha's, she's been there, God has been there, Sensei, Senpai, they've been there. And honestly, if it wasn't for this perfect aligning of stars and me giving my life to the Lord and praying to him, like the Wednesday before I was weighing in for my last fight, I was questioning everything. I was like, man, am I even built for this? Am I made for it? Like imposter syndrome. I said, man, am I really meant to do this? Because growing up where I grew up, I didn't have a father figure. I didn't have a father figure in my life until I was like 9 years old. My mom and my stepdad, who she's still with today, and he taught me how to be a man. Like when I had my first fight, I got pieced up pretty bad by some built Mexican dude, and then I texted him, the first guy. I was like, hey, I got beat up, I got knocked down, I'm scared, I don't know what to do. He's like, the coldest advice anyone's ever given me. He's like, did you get back up? I was like, yeah. He's like, that's all you could do. And those little words there, I was like, man, you're right. All I can do is get back up. I didn't lay on that floor and just like get stomped out, you know. But it's just, I'm sorry, I try I veered off onto this other thing. I like going on rants.
The point of a podcast.
Yeah. You know? Yeah. Yes. No scripts.
Yes. No.
Just break the table. Invincible.
Rage. But nah, man, you were flowing and you were glowing and you were growing. No, but you were going.
We all gotta get in our flow state,
bro. Yeah, exactly. Senpai talked about that.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. Me calling him senpai kind of feels bad, like a violation, because I don't know him like that. It's
that's the most respect to call him senpai.
But yeah, man, and I gotta get Sensei in here, bro. I gotta get him in here.
Oh yeah, there's so many stories that I could tell, but those are stories for him to tell. Because the way he tells it, I won't be able to replicate
it. And it's like, you know, I was like, bro, I basically get him in here. I'll just call this month Dragon Month. Or Dragon Month. Also Dragon Month.
Dragon Takeover.
Yeah, because it's basically, you know, everything it is. I don't know if you've seen like TV shows where it'd be like Shark Week or something like that. Yeah. It's basically Dragon Month. Dude, right?
Sharks are my favorite animal in the world. I have like the most useless knowledge on them. Like my first tattoo, I wanted a shark. And I still want a shark. I still want to get a shark on my forearm. But sorry, just random.
What's like what intrigues you about them? What do you like about them?
I don't know. I guess it's something I'm just super afraid of. Like I have a gigantic fear of the ocean. Like you will never catch me in the middle of the ocean by myself or with a group of people. I'm never going to go into the middle of the ocean. But being a kid, like seeing Shark Week and seeing like these like super big, crazy, like great white sharks, it just intrigued me. And I kind of went into like studying them and all their senses and what to do, what not to do, even though I would never be in that situation. Like and then I ended up wanting to become a marine biologist. But
you still can.
Yeah, I still can.
If you get like money from, you know, your fights or sponsors.
Oh yeah,
this is why sponsors.
Definitely, I need some sponsors.
Bro, shout out to my non-sponsors. We need to get this man.
Yeah, shout out to all my future sponsors. Whenever y'all do give me money, I really appreciate it.
You know, it's so cool how like it's a little camera, but like it's 4K, bro.
Dude, I didn't think that's what you were recording all the stuff on. Whenever I seen it right now, I was like, no way, this is the quality I've been seeing. Yeah. Heck yeah, dude. See? Technology, bro.
Technology.
Technology.
But nah, bro, that is cool. And all your tattoos, man, like I love tattoos, dog.
Dude. I'm trying to get everything covered up. I want to get my like my sleeves. I want to get my back done. My brother's supposed to be doing a piece of me this week if he's not busy. Cause I keep having to look at this and it's like super. I want to piece everything together.
Time out. Bro, let's do a pod while you get tatted, dog.
I would be down to do a pod while I get tatted.
I would be down.
I'd be super down.
I would be down to do that, bro.
I'd be
When's
super
your
down.
birthday?
May 1st. It just passed.
I don't believe.
I just turned 23.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I thought it was December because we feel so much alike, bro. Like we think alike. So I was like,
nah. It might be a sign thing. I've heard a lot of people say.
I don't believe that too much. Bro.
I don't really either, but a lot of people say Tauruses get along with people, and I'm a Taurus, and I vibe with anybody. I don't really care.
That's dope. What's your favorite tattoo?
I'll say the one on my back, the cross on the wings. That's been a piece I've wanted since I was a little kid. Because my name's Angel, and I was like, cool, wings and the cross. And then like whenever I got it, I felt like it just unlocked like you said, like aura. I feel like it like unlocked something in me. Because like I wear it on my back and I'm proud of it. Like I'm proud to be a soldier of Christ, and I'm proud to rep the name of Jesus and knowing He is King and spreading that word. Like whenever I walked out with the flag, whenever I got Senpai to walk with the flag, when I got Mel to walk with the flag, when I got a homeboy of ours who fought on that card, Baltimore. I'm sorry, bro. I forget how to pronounce your name, but he walked out with the flag too. We all walked out the flag, and we're all brothers in Christ, and that's all we do. We give the glory to the Lord, and we go out there and we fight our best. Win, lose, or draw, we're going out there to put on a show, but also to spread the word of God. That's the big message.
Shout out God.
Shout out God.
You know how many booms he gets?
Boom.
How big booms?
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ. Bro, for Easter, I had cousins and my son, right? And we took pictures.
Yeah.
And then the song I played was Jesus is the One by Zach Fox. I don't know if you. It's like Jesus is the one.
I probably heard it.
He's like, hell yeah, praise Jesus Christ.
Oh,
free praise.
No, I
he was like, free Pakistan.
Free Pakistan.
Yeah, all that stuff. But man, I love tattoos, bro. It's just something like. Yeah, I'm a tattoo. I have a tattoo right here. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's a rose stem right there. It's a rose, and then
Oh, that's sick. No, I've been intrigued by tattoos since I was a little kid. My uncle Tony, actually, he was a tattoo artist. So me and my brother Xavier, being little kids, we always seen him like. Excuse me, but we always seen him bring people over to our apartment, tattoo them, do piercings. We were just sitting there as little kids, just like, what is he doing? Like, how's he getting these people to come over? Oh crap! Like he did this ink part. Like, how did he do that? We draw pen art on ourselves, and we'd like trace over things, and we both really wanted to be tattoo artists. Our brother Xavier is actually a tattoo artist, so he ended up following in the footsteps of our uncle. Rest in peace, Uncle Tony.
But,
rest in peace. Yeah.
Shout out Xavier.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out Xavier. Zay Tattoos. Go get our tattoos.
It'll be in the link.
Hell yeah.
Just send it to me.
Yeah.
Just send it to me. Like that's why I tell people, I'm like, bro, if you send me the link to your sponsors or whatever, I'm more than happy to put them in the stuff. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah, bro. I like getting tatted too, bro. This is my son's name.
What's your son's name?
Ezekiel.
Sick.
And it's actually because of the Bible.
Yeah.
Like his mom was like, I want it because that's God's. I never read the Bible. Yeah. Right. I'm just like, he say, she say.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Like,
oh yeah, for real. Cause I'm a huge believer in God.
Yeah.
I fuck with him. Oh my bad. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dog. No matter what, I'd be like, yeah. Cool. But she told me that's God's best friend. Mm-hmm. So I was like, dang, that's tough, bro. I was like,
that's sick. I didn't even know that. Like, yeah. Like I got baptized. I gave my life to the Lord, and I've been trying to read the Bible, do more Bible studies. But being when I was younger, I just like I never like read the Bible or was really like not into it, but just not really super introduced to it, and that could be partly my fault for just being like an ignorant kid and just kind of wanting to do my own thing. But still, to this day, like I'm reading it, I'm learning it, and trying to just kind of grab all the knowledge I can, you know.
Yeah, like a big thing that she tells me, because her mom, she holds church at her house, right? And it's cool, you know. The pastor goes there and everything like that, and I don't go. You know, sometimes I go, sometimes I don't, right? Yeah. But I'm like, you don't feel no type of way, and she's like, God wants you to come when you're ready. Mm-hmm. I'm not. I was like, dang, that's tough,
such a cold thing to say.
That's such a cold. She's like, I'm not gonna force it on you. Yeah. Like it's a you. Like if you feel it in your heart to come. I'm like, damn, why you gotta say it like that? But it's real and it's true, because sometimes I feel like people are just not forced, but kind of forced. You know, as kids especially, you kind of don't have a choice sometimes, and they're like, oh, come on, we're gonna go to church. Yeah, there you go. Like, you know, you're gonna come to church because it's a family thing to do, and we're gonna do it. Yeah. And as a kid, you're like, it's my Sunday or Saturday.
My grandma was kind of like that. Like when I was a kid, and like I was just tired on the Sunday because I stayed up watching cartoons on the Saturday. She's like, "Come on, go to church." I'm like, "I'm tired." She's like, "All right, stay home, you devil." I'm like, "Oh, like jeez." But I feel I can understand that too. Just I feel like little kids, they could have a choice in like what they not what they want to believe, but I feel like trying to force a certain ideology on the kids so young, it could actually draw them away a little faster. So just surrounding them by it, not like forcing them into it, but surrounding them by God, surrounding them just by like, you know, holy music and Holy Spirits, and praying in front of them. They could be like, oh, my dad does that, my mom does that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let me do that.
Set the example, or do, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. There's this country song called what was it called? Well, I forget what it's called, but it's just basically the premise of the story is like the son watches the dad, and then the son does what the dad does.
Oh my god!
Watching that cool.
You trying to make me cry? That's my song. It's called "Watching You" by Rodney Atkins.
That is a good song.
That is such a golden.
That is
song,
such a good song.
Oh my god!
Yeah, and like being a dad now, like that song just hits a lot harder, you know.
It's just so it's like so many things are relatable. Like once you find out somebody else is a dad. Yeah. And like a couple months ago, we were at a park early morning, right? And surprisingly, you know, it was nothing but dads there. Mm-hmm. And like, you know, dads are present in the life. I feel like, you know, sometimes they don't get enough credit. But of course, you would think you just see moms. Yeah. But it was like all dads, and I just started talking to them. And just asking them questions, and like they was like so prideful of their son. Yeah. And I felt that because like, yeah, I'm prideful of my son too. And we were just talking, sharing stories, and it just felt so cool, bro. Like, you know, like we all come from different backgrounds, but we all can agree that we love our child. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we would do anything for them. So
yeah. And then the love of a parent, the like the pride of a parent to like have your kid doing what they're doing and just being proud of them, like seeing that on like the faces of the kids at the dojo, like that's like something you can't really get anywhere else. Like Scrappy, he's a dojo dad at the gym, and he has Cole, one of the most beast kids we have, and James, another teenager who's competing. He's a monster too. But just seeing how proud of his boys he is, and then seeing how proud of their progression, and how proud of me he is, how proud of Senpai, how like he looks at Sensei like, man, this dude knows what he's doing, and he got us to where he got these boys where they need to be in like a martial arts setting,
bro. You know, and it's just great, bro. Like, and it's crazy because you say you didn't have a dad. You had your stepdad, right?
Yeah. My mom met my stepdad when I was 9, and then we ended up moving from Pasadena, Texas, to Jersey Village when I was about 10, and then when I was 18, 19, we moved to Spring. So I kind of moved back and forth from Pasadena to over here, but for the most part, like my bio dad, I didn't really know him. we kind of like text every once in a while, just to like, hey, how you doing? What's up? Cool. But it's like a more like a stranger. Like it's like a stranger who's like trying to be your friend. It's like, whatever, bro. Because he lives all the way in Denver. So,
in Denver?
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's just it's kind of just out the way. I'm just like, whatever, it's cool.
But it's like, and it's a crazy thing too, because it was way similar like that for me. But my dad stayed in the north side, I stayed in the south side, right? And the first 6 months of my son, I told his mom, like, I've spent more time with my son than my dad has spent with me in 6 months. I'm like,
I've spent more time with her than I think mine has spent with me.
Exactly, and that's just like a crazy fact to even say. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad, as I got older, my mom, she would just be like, call your dad, he's there. And I'll just say the phone works both ways. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not.
That's facts. That's what we said too.
I'm not the adult. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't have to reach out to you. Why should I have to look for you?
It's super sad to see the kid being adult in the conversation. Sometimes it's super sad to be like, hey, like, when are you gonna come visit? He's like, oh, like, I'll come visit, like, in a month. And then the month comes by and then he never shows up, and now you're just like a sad, broken kid. So I guess dealing with pains like that when I was younger kind of helps me just deal with like fight anxiety and pain in the fight. Like, the pain in the fight is kind of really nothing compared to what I've been through and things I've seen when I was younger, and things my brother has seen too. We've both been through a lot, just being young kids. And how old we are now, I'm 23, he's 20, about to be 21. Like, everyone tells us, like, man, you're like super mature for your age, y'all probably have like old souls. We're like, maybe, but we've also been through a lot.
Yeah, you can't. And like I said, I've always said, you can't put a price on experience, you know, good or bad. It kind of shaped you out to who you are today, and you walk around with a little bit of knowledge or extra baggage you might not want, but hey, you could put one and one together, you get two and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I always say this. I've told my wife this, that if it wasn't for the gym, if it wasn't for my mom meeting my stepdad, if it wasn't for all these, like you said, stars aligning, I would honestly like be dead or probably like doing drugs with my cousin or something. Like, I would be strung out. I probably wouldn't be here right now. Like, 3 different times I've tried to off myself. So like I always praise God that I'm here. I always praise the dojo. I always praise mental health. I always, like, if I can post about it, if it's mental health awareness or if there's someone I could help with, if I could reach out to anybody, I always reach out to them. Make sure they're good. Make sure that there's nothing wrong. I've had plenty of people where I've reached out to them like, hey, how you been, bro? How you doing? How's everything in life? They're like, man, I needed that text because, like, I was going through it and I just needed somebody to reach out to me. And then just doing that, like how you had told me, like, I do you mind if I bring up the rapper story you told me earlier?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like how you had told me how you interviewed a rapper, and then a couple of weeks later, unfortunately, he passed away. And then, like, everyone was like, man, like, thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing this. Like, moments like that. It's like, man, there's reasons we do this. And my reason for reaching out to people is making sure that they stay here. And then your reason for doing this is like making sure somebody's word and legacy and message is immortalized on the internet.
Basically,
no matter, because if I go tomorrow, God forbid, this interview is still going to be here. We're still going to have this conversation.
Wood, whatever. Oh,
wood, glass.
It's on the side.
It's not in the morning yet, but but like if I go tomorrow, if I'm driving driving home and like something happens, like this is still going to be here. So if I could get my message out, if I could praise God and let everybody know Jesus is King, you should all know Jesus is King. I'll pray for all y'all. Amen. But if I could get that message out there, if I could be the best version I could be for my daughter, be the best version that He created me to be, then that's all I can do. I can't be mad at circumstances I can't control. I can only control myself and how I react to it. And if I get frustrated and I get flustered and I burn and crash, how's that going to be for her? How am I going to break the cycle that happens over and over and over in people's lives, you know? Like, how am I going to be a better dad to her than my dad was to me?
Right.
How can I be a freaking fantastic dad like how my stepdad is to me? How can I be half of the man my stepdad was to me? Because I wasn't his kid, you know what I mean? So for him to step up and to treat me like his own and to raise me as his own, and to this day, like, that like I'm gonna get like his portrait or something tattooed on me, because that dude is my dad. He's not just my dad, my father. He's raised me since I was a little kid, and even though I met him when I was like 9, 10, it took me until I was like 14, 15 to really like acknowledge and accept it. And that's hard for a stepdad to do, I'm sure, to be there and this kid's just like, man, you're not my dad, blah blah blah. And then one day he's like, man, you really did stick up for me all those times, man. You really were there for me like I was your own. So just that, shout out Dad, shout out Drew.
You know, it's cool that you say that because this is gonna come out like after Mother's Day, but I'm doing a Mother's Day video where all the fighters who's been on the pod, they've said stuff about their mom, so I'm like compiling it up and stuff like that.
Oh, I'm bringing it up right now too.
Yeah, exactly. But it's cool that you said that because I'm gonna do one for Father's Day too. Yeah. And then I was gonna ask you guys like if you want to do one for her, cause mother. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But step out the room. So like this is the end though. But I'm just telling you how it is, so she could be surprised for when the day comes. You're like, oh, you said this about me. No, I'm just kidding or whatever. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, man. So like, yeah, bro. You know, touch bases with your beginning. Like, you know, how was your upbringing like?
From
wait.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting.
We started a conversation. This is like we should do like a timestamp like this, like light flicker 1.
Light flicker 1 is the Invincible and Du Bois talk. Light flicker 2, we're getting into upbringing.
Bro, like it's just, I don't get it. Why can't these lights just stay on? I don't know. I don't own this place. Are we good? Are we live?
I think we're chilling.
I'm sorry. Do you mind if I take out this chair?
Go ahead. Yeah. I don't mind.
I won't be disrespectful.
Nah, this is cool, bro. Hey, you know I've gotten over the. Do you need help?
Like super tired. Ugh, she's heavy.
Put your legs up.
That's why I said you can use the couch so you could do whatever you want.
Yeah, I just didn't want to.
Good, man.
This is not my home, so I just didn't want to be disrespectful.
You good. That's my thing too. Is like you're gonna see the interview before it comes out.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like I stop trying to be perfect and just be real.
Yeah.
Like however it is, man. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like if you try to be too perfect, people would notice.
Like I could easily edit out the flickers, and we'll miss like a little bit of the interview.
Yeah.
But why? It's just.
Yeah,
it's
you
just whatever,
the raw conversation and emotion about
it. Come on, bro.
Yeah, like with Senpai's interview, I was like, that's pretty cool. They didn't cut it out. And Senpai was like, man, come on, bro.
I think it was funny when I said the lights will flicker. That's a SpongeBob reference. It's just to know where you're at. You know what I'm saying?
I forget the episode.
When the hash slinging slasher.
Yes.
The hash ringing.
I freaking love
the hash
SpongeBob.
ringing. But yeah, what was your upbringing like?
So my upbringing really just, I was born in, I believe it was Harris County. Suppressed memories. I don't remember much. But anyways, I was born in Pasadena, Texas. Growing up around my cousins, around my aunts and uncles that really just kind of just doing their own thing and just like just kind of just seeing people do bad things and make the wrong choices for some odd reason. Like as a kid, I always seen like I've always noticed people doing things like smoking, doing this, doing that, going out clubbing, come back drunk, throwing up everywhere. And as a little kid, a lot of kids are curious, you know. For some reason, I was just like, maybe I don't want to do that when I grow up. For some reason, I don't know what it was or why God chose me to think that way. But I always knew I didn't want to stay there the rest of my life. And I always knew like, man, maybe we could like go somewhere else. Maybe that's a little bit better. But yeah, just growing up all the way up until I was 9, it was a lot of my cousins getting into it. A lot of my mom just doing as best as she can. She had me whenever she was really young. She had me at like 15, 16 years old. So we kind of grew up together, which is really crazy to say and be a part of that story. But yeah, we basically grew up together, and my mom was just doing the best she could. Single mom. She had me, my brother Xavier. Just trying to, she was thugging it out, bro. She was working jobs and doing what she had to do. And if we had to stay with her grandparents for a while so she could get what she had to get together, she did it. So I always look up to my mom, regardless of what we're doing, what circumstances we're in. I know the cards she was dealt, and how she handled it. There's not a lot of people in this world that can handle it. And to be where she's at now, whenever she met my dad and got with the plan whenever I was 9, and saying like hey, I only get our kids out of here. We gotta like do better for our family. And they did that. So my stepdad Drew, he got up from his apartment, planned to get a house in Jersey Village. We got a house there. From there, from whenever I was 10 years old, we moved from Pasadena to Jersey Village. I met my best friend Leo. He was my next door neighbor. I've known him for about 13 years now. But I met him. I met her there whenever we were in the 3rd grade. Yeah, I met my wife whenever we were in the 3rd grade.
Dated when we were younger too.
Yeah, we
like
basically around like 10 or 11 years old. We were like laying on the grass, looking at the stars, like too scared to touch each other's pinkies. Yeah, we're too scared to touch each other's pinkies. We're like, you know, like
I got cooties.
Yeah, cooties. Like telling people like I like you. Like
I like
you. Running away and shit. But
you want my crayon? You want my favorite crayon?
You want my favorite crayon? I didn't lick this one. But yeah, like we moved from Pasadena to Jersey Village. I met my best friend Leo there. I met Sasha there. I met a bunch of really cool people there. And then from there, that's really whenever my stepfather Drew, he really took over in my life, and he's instilled like hard work and how a man should be, how a father should be, how you're supposed to treat people, how respect goes, how you're how life is hard and you have to deal with it, how you get knocked out and you always get back up. You get knocked down 7 times, you get up 8. And you're always gonna succeed in life if you have that outlook in life. And Drew, he succeeded in life. Like if I could ever be half of a man as my dad could be, then I've won in life. And I just hope and pray that I can make him and my mom proud with what I do and what I'm gonna do. And I hope I can make my daughter proud. I hope I can make my wife proud. I hope at the end of our lives we could look back on everything and just be like, man, we did it. You know, like I don't want to live a life full of regret. And that's what Sensei has told me too, like living a life full of regret. Like there was a point in time where I was like, man, I don't know if I want to fight, I don't know if I want to do this, I don't know if I want to like take so much time out of here. And he was like, man, like don't give up on yourself, like have a couple more fights, go pro, and then do what you got to do. Like if you want to stay pro, we keep going at it, and then we keep going at it, but don't give up on yourself because you got this. And just knowing that he he's seen that potential in me, it's just I've never really had anyone to instill like confidence in me as a martial artist and instill that message in my mind of being a martial artist and always living your life for progression and always consistently getting better. I'm the first person in my family, not my entire family, but first person in my household and my family to do martial arts and go out to seek like competition to deal with what I've been through and to deal with my mental problems I've had. When was it, 2019, all of Thanksgiving break in school, I was in the mental hospital. So just having that experience and being through what I've been through, like I said earlier, like being in a fight is nothing compared to certain situations like that, and watching your family cry and like wish like, hey, like what's wrong, like why don't you want to be here, and not being able to explain that to them. And then finding martial arts saved my life. House of Dragons saved my life. Sensei Will, Senpai Marco saved my life. And then meeting her, meeting her again after high school and getting into martial arts again, that just sealed everything for me. Like everything was just like stars aligning. I went through all this. God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers.
God said it's a wrap.
Yeah, God said it's a wrap. God said this is why you've been through everything you've been through. And I don't think if I lived a certain life, if I lived a different life, I wouldn't be the person I am. Well, that's for everyone though. Like if you live my life, you'd be me. If I lived your life, you'd be you. And it's just a plan that God has for everyone. And I can't change it. I can't change the story that's written for me already. And that's up to him. It's not my job to be perfect. He's already perfect. It's just my job to be the best version of me that I need to be, to spread his word, spread martial arts, be the best person I can for my daughter, for my wife, for my family, for myself. And like I said, from whenever I was 9 and 10, whenever I moved to Jersey Village, my dad instilled the discipline. He instilled the hard working. He instilled that mindset to be a man. Whenever we moved over here, over there to Spring, House of Dragons and Sensei Will and Super Marco, they instilled the ideology of a martial artist. And I always wanted to like fight, box, and go do certain sports. And my mom, they wouldn't let me do it, just obviously because they were young, and I'm sure like circumstances and not really being able to find a gym and paying monthly memberships. And I 100% understand that now looking back on it. Like when I was a kid, of course you're a kid, you're like, well, they don't let me do anything. But now it's just like, man, my mom did everything she could for me, and my brothers and my sisters. Not because, well, yeah, because she had to, she was our mom, but you've heard of deadbeat moms, you've heard of deadbeat dads. She could have easily had like stepped out and been like, man, I'm too young for this, I can't handle it. But she fucking picked up her big girl pants and did what she had to do to raise me and my brother and my sister. And then it's been a crazy journey, dude. It's crazy to actually talk about it now, because I haven't talked about this to really anybody in a minute. Just about like the story from beginning to end and how I've been really feeling about it. But yeah, that's my upbringing. Just all this, just seeing all this bad when I was younger, and not really being able to comprehend what it is, and having all this anger and hate for not someone or anything, but just having it. It's just all bottled up until like it exploded. And then, you know, just doing those things to myself, and by the glory of God, like I'm still here. By the glory of God, I met Sensei Will, Senpai Marco, Mel, everyone at the dojo. Got to meet my wife again. Got to have this beautiful, healthy daughter. I'm here interviewing, being able to hold a conversation, being able to be in the flow state, being able to talk about Invincible, the boy. Like, it's all a blessing, bro. It's all a blessing to be here. Right? That's what I'm saying. But it's all a blessing to be here, bro. And I want to be here without God. I want to be here without all the people that God has put into my life. Like this little spider monkey over here. Oh my gosh.
You know, shout out mom.
Yep, shout out mom. Shout out mom.
Shout out dad.
Shout out dad.
Family.
Mom got hands. Oh, mamacita. You okay?
A little bit.
You titi? Bro, what's the lid down? I think so.
It's fine.
Here. Go Mimish. Go Mimish.
Mimi's. Bro, I used to say that a lot, right? And then one day my son was like, Mimi. And I'm like, who the F is Mimi?
Mimi.
Yeah, like, who is Mimi?
Uh-oh.
And then he was like, you say that. Does she need help?
Need help, baby?
Yes.
Okay, you don't feel uncomfortable or nothing. Whatever you need. What's mine?
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Right. I need that.
Bet.
So yeah, bro, when you talking about like all those dark times in your life. So he's right there.
Little baby.
You talk about the dark times in your life, man. What was going on at that time, if you don't mind me asking?
A lot of just like wondering, like, why have I been through why am I going through this? Why am I feeling this way? Like, why am I felt ungrateful. I felt like I wasn't grateful for the situation I was in whenever I had a loving mother. I have a loving mother. I have a stepdad that's there for me. I have a great family. Like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I feeling so ungrateful? Why am I even here? And then that led to depression. That led to like me like being like, well, maybe it's an easier way out if I'm just not here, you know? And then losing some family members to suicide, losing two uncles to suicide, and losing friends to suicide. Like, seeing that and seeing how that impacted them, how it impacted me. It's like, man, like after the 3 attempts I had, I was like, man, this isn't something I want to do. Like it opened my eyes a little bit. I was like, man, this isn't something I want to do. I want to do something that could be bigger than me. Whether it's helping people with their feelings of suicide, being the light in someone's darkness, being the one who could reach out, and then somebody's like, man, like I was thinking about doing this like tonight, but you reached out to me and we had like a 2-hour conversation and I feel better. I was like, man, that's something I wish I had, and I'm glad I could give it to somebody, you know? And it's also
trying to play.
So daddy, I want to play. Don't hit your head, please.
For real. Careful.
You wanna walk her around right there, baby?
Hi.
I just don't want her to knock down on me.
Say hello.
Don't beat me up, please.
Hello.
I know you're a little dragon.
Go hiya. No?
It's like, no, you don't want to see me fast, dog.
She has a mean left hook, dude.
Really?
She has a mean left hook.
It's crazy.
When she gets upset, whenever she gets upset, she'll like, whenever you grab her, she'll like throw like a punch almost. Like she'll throw her body into it. And she's actually rocked me a couple times.
Have you brought the stuff? Like that, like I got my son a little speed bag on his car seat, so when he like lays back, you just.
Nah, I've been wanting to.
He was going like that. Yeah.
Nah, I've been wanting to. I've been wanting to get like I don't know if you've seen like videos of it where it's like the kids like they have like a cage, like an octagon and a bag in it.
Bro.
I want to get her one of those.
On TikTok, I've seen.
Yeah, I want to get her one of those, but I'm too broke. If anyone wants to sponsor me.
If anybody wants to sponsor, that's the crazy thing, bro. It's like you're so good. It's not like you're a bum. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more so me, like how I had a real hard time getting my personality, like you said, onto the internet and like posting consistently and like having ideas and actually executing the ideas. Like, I've been doing it a lot better.
You okay?
Not much?
She sees a light.
You see a light?
You can take it. Nah, no, I don't know.
Oh, I know I have toys here for her, but every time she sees
There's like the little disco light.
Ooh.
You okay, Mamush? Sorry about that.
No, you good. What? You brought a kid and a kid is being a kid?
I know, right?
What?
It's so almost crazy. It's almost like everyone doesn't want kids to be kids no more.
Bro.
I should have bought a house when I was like 3 instead of playing around, bro.
Bro,
like,
for real. What was I doing?
I know, bro. Like taking naps. What?
I wasn't taking it serious.
Exactly. Who did I think I was?
Apparently, I didn't want it bad enough back
Exactly.
then.
I wasn't motivated enough. David Goggins, he'd be disappointed.
He's pretty goated.
He's super good, bro.
I like David Goggins.
Dude, for him to run the way he's been running with like no meniscus or anything in his knees, like bone on bone, just crunching on each other like that. That's like crazy mental fortitude.
Have you seen, bro? I just seen this trailer for this movie. It's called Last Walk or Long Walk or something like that. It's pretty freaking crazy, dude. So it's a group of people, and they start right, and around them is the military, right, and you just start walking, and when you stop,
you're done.
You're done.
Finished.
So you're just walking, bro. You're like walking until the last person there is walking, and you're the last person standing.
Dang.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
I don't know how long I'd do it. I have really bad feet.
I have plantar fasciitis. That's what it's called.
Oh,
like
really?
I have no bone right there.
Oh,
straight
meat.
Just straight tendons. Straight. like plantar fasciitis. I can't stand up for too long.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Oh man,
it hurts to run. I was in the military, so I blame that.
Oh, thank you for your service, bro.
Yeah, it was something. Thank you, but you know, something light. But like it hurts to run and stuff like that, man. Like legit, because we would wear boots every day. And in the military, sometimes you do things that weren't your job. You just do like side missions.
Yeah,
I would say.
Yeah, I have people tell me all the time. It's like the bad thing about doing such a good job is you do everyone else's job. I do that at my job now.
What do you do, if you're my asking?
I work for a chemical company. We deliver chemicals to car washes all around the U.S.
Like hazmat stuff?
No, like car wash chemicals, like bubbles and colors. So cool. Yeah, but I'm a chemical technician, so I just.
She's trying to go in there.
No, the cave diver, mama.
It's crazy that light works. These don't.
Yeah. Why doesn't that one flicker?
That's why she wants it, because it doesn't flicker.
Yeah, she's like, that one's not.
She said consistency.
And she's like, that one's not hurting my eyes.
For real.
Grab it. But what was I saying? Crap.
Your job.
Yeah. I'm a chemical technician. So what I do is basically making sure that the chemical's pulling the right amount and that they're not wasting money or not getting their money's worth. So that's pretty much what I do. Just show up at the car wash. Hey, is it bubbling? Cool.
Happy
I'm out.
for you, man.
I'm happy for you,
I'm
bro.
bubbly right now.
Yeah, I'm bubbly right now.
You're
Thanks,
good,
man.
Bro. Nah, that's dope, bro. And how is that schedule like in training and fatherhood?
It's good. It's been kind of hard recently just because they've had a bunch of installs I've had to be at freaking all day, getting there early, staying there until late nights, and then having to come back home, run, and be a dad, be a husband, and do what I gotta do there. And then even after that, I'm all beat and tired and spent. Still gotta go do what I gotta do. You know what I mean? And
let's get to the real story now. You say you met your wife in 3rd grade.
Yes, I did.
And then you re-met her.
And
then.
Yeah. So
how did this happen? Yeah.
So we met each. Okay, I shot my shot. Nothing but net. Anyways, 1-year-old already here. But we met each other. Swish, bro. Nothing but net. Either a chain. What the fuck is it called? A chain net or just whatever sound that you like. But
whatever floats your boat.
Children toys. I'm sorry. But we met each other in 3rd grade. I always tell her, but she never believes me. Like, I was like, man, I always thought you were the coolest person in the world, because she just had like whenever I was a kid, from what I remember, she just had like a very like too cool for school attitude, and she was very like nonchalant about everything. I was like, man, that's like the coolest person in the world. I think I like you. I think I like you. And then like I said earlier, like we would always like lay outside on the grass, and then my brother Xavier was there too. We were all just hanging out, chilling, and I would lay next to her and like too scared to like touch her pinky. It was like, you know, but and then we were chill. We were homies throughout middle school, and then freshman year of high school she moved to Cleveland, and we kind of like lost touch or whatever. Then I graduated high school, started training martial arts. I had a couple smokers. I posted on my story. I actually hit her up first. I was like, hey, like, how you been? She's like, oh, good. And it was kind of back and forth conversation. And then I posted on my story. I was like, this date and this date are like expiration dates for people. You know, me just talking. And then she swipes up and says, oh, expiration dates are crazy. And then we ended up talking. And I ended up inviting her to the movies. You know, a friendly invite. And it wasn't friendly. I had intentions because I still liked it. Yeah, and then from there, it's been almost 3 years now. Yeah, it's been about 3 years. 3 years now. We have a 1-year-old already. So I say the shot was perfect form. I say all nothing but net. I think it was pretty good. I think I got a little bit of game. I think so.
No, that's good, bro. And then like for you to, I consider 20, 25 still young. Maybe not 25.
23.
Bro, that's hard with the babies. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Keep it right there. No, I'm saying like the bottle right there.
Oh.
That's hard, bro. That's dad right there. Dad
I thought okay.
Nah, you good, bro. But and you're married, and like the way you just speak about her, you know what I'm saying, is just respectable, admirable. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you put her on a pedestal and stuff. Yeah. And then for when you say like, can my wife and baby come? I'm like, bro, of course. You know, that's like that's your rock right there. That's your family. That's your support system. Why would I? You know, that saying no would be like okay, well, I'm not gonna get you here. Yeah. First of all, you know what I'm saying? It's like either we're a package deal. Yeah. Either we come or we don't come. But yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for her, dealing with my BS and dealing with the way I was and being able to help me mature as a partner, because other relationships I had, like I was young, I was stupid, I was dumb, I was 20-year-old, 19-year-old kid, just like, you know, making stupid choices for relationships. And her dealing with what she's dealt with me, and being able to still be her and like give me all of her love and to support me the way that she does, like I can't ask for somebody better in my life, to be honest, bro. Like, she's been my rock. She's been my number one cheerleader. I've been her number one cheerleader. Like, we've been rocking with each other for a long time, and we have plans, and we're gonna execute those plans. So she like,
how many big booms does she get?
Fucking all of them, bro.
Booms,
all of booms, bro.
All booms.
All of them.
And how did you know, ask the question?
Ask the question?
Yeah. Hey.
Hey. Put my hand on the shoulder, say, hey, Heina.
You just said, we're getting married.
Yeah, we're getting married. Well, technically, we're not married yet. We're still currently engaged. We want to have our wedding whenever, like, we could actually, like, have, like, I want to give her the best wedding, like, that she deserves.
Honestly, I told him that I didn't even want a wedding. I just want to go on a trip. I just want to go on a trip.
I want to give her a wedding she deserves, and then we'll go on a trip.
We're going to New York. Tell her.
You're going to New York.
No, I want to go to Bali.
To Bali?
Or Thailand, yeah.
Oh, Thailand.
Or Japan.
Thailand.
Go Thailand, get some training.
You know what? Thailand sounds like a great idea.
Sounds like a great idea.
Bro, it's so cheap. I'm actually thinking about going, bro.
Yeah.
I want to go with a group of people, bro. Dude, go with a group.
Really cool too, though.
Right? And I want to learn it, though. I want to learn the language.
I would love to learn the language.
Yeah, bro. I'm considering doing that.
Just come back, just be full Thai. Just
now, like
now,
bro. I've been learning. Yeah, because it's like a nose thing. You gotta like pronounce some stuff
through your nose, like
like like stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like a
but I think it'll be so dope, bro. And I really want to do it in January. Cause I'm losing weight.
Yeah.
You know, I started this year 265. I'm 237 right now.
Oh, nice,
dude. Yeah, bro. Like, I've really been on my stuff, carnivore diet. Yeah. And my son's mom, she's helped out so much. She's made me my meals.
Heck yeah, bro.
And I eat the same stuff every day. I feel like a dog.
What do you eat every day?
So I wake up, eat an omelet. Well, I go to work. I wake up at 4 some days, and then I do 2 miles on a treadmill. Yeah. And then go to work at 6, eat at 10. My first meal is an omelet, 3 eggs, cheese, bologna. And then I eat again at 2 turkey patties with some mayonnaise and cheese, and just down that. And then for dinner, 2 eggs and chicken. That's it, bro.
That's pretty good, though.
And then, you know, I'm incorporating, what's it called? Weights and stuff like that every now and then. But the big thing is listening to your body, bro.
That's the biggest thing, too.
The big thing. Like, if I'm tired, I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to sleep in. You know, because waking up at 4, I got to be at work by 7. That's a huge different time, you know.
A lot of people start their days at like 9.
Exactly, bro. So I'm like, nah, bro. I gotta do this because it's just about being a good father too. I want to be in good shape. My son's about to start school. I don't want the huzz to say, bro, you got a fat dad. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your
dad's so fat. Like,
he's like, when you got out the car, your dad lifted the other side.
I'll be like, I have never been so disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big thing.
Like, I can't chase y'all, motherfucker.
And then he's pretty good too. And I'm actually thinking about, I want to go start like just visiting gyms. Yeah. Do a session there.
Yeah, bro, come to the dojo.
I just had to fix my tooth, and I don't want to stink breath over there. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, bro.
Yeah. How old's your son, if you don't mind me asking?
Bro, he's 3 turning 4.
3 turning 4.
In November.
Oh, man.
I don't know about that. His mom is a mom of it. Yup.
That's what I'm doing with her.
It is not bad, though.
It's not bad.
I don't think it's bad. It is safer.
I think it is.
It is safer.
I think it's a little safer because, dude, I've been seeing so many things about like these people, these dang principals allowing these wild things to be going on at like the readings and like all these like teachers.
Bro, the reading stuff, right? You could be whatever you want to be. I have nothing against it.
But don't put that on the kid.
Don't put that on my kid.
Don't put that on the kid.
Don't put it on the kid. Yeah. They're so pure. They don't know, left, right. They kind of do, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah. Like just let them live their life.
Yeah, if a little boy fucking plays dress up by accident at like 6, it doesn't mean he wants to be a woman. You know
yeah, that doesn't mean. And like the decision thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like like at 6, I'm this gender. I want to be this gender.
Yeah.
You don't really know what you want.
This is why fathers are really important. This is why fathers are really important. I believe that too. I think so, definitely. Like I feel like.
She's trying to get a record deal.
She's trying. She's gonna be able to sing when she gets older. I'm pretty sure.
I have strong lungs.
She does. She really does, dude.
We can cut this out if you want. It's up to you, bro. You're gonna listen to it, so you'll be like,
yeah, we can. I don't.
Just certain stuff. Don't go too far, please. Life be life, and but shout out to your wife and to your kid.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Did they want to come? What were they saying when did you tell them like, hey bro, like I'm gonna go interview with this guy?
Yeah, I told them, I was like, yeah, this guy wants to do another podcast with me, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was kind of iffy about it because I was like, man, like I've done 2 already, and like one like the audio got lost and everything else like that. It's not their fault, but it's like, man,
it's life.
It's life.
It's life.
I was like, man, did I really gonna do this? And I seen a couple of your interviews, and I seen Senpai's interview. I was like, I'll go, fuck it. And then I told her about it, and I was like, you want to come? And she's like, yeah, sure. Just like ask him, make sure it's okay. I'm like, ah, cool. I'll ask him, and then that's when we had the whole conversation about it. But
definitely a first time.
Yeah,
definitely first time. Definitely first time. I mean, it's life, bro.
Yeah, it's life, bro. Yeah, and it teaches you the roll with the punches a little bit better.
Wow, for real? How do I prepare now? Because usually you'll be sitting right here, but I have every guest sit right here. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's just nicer. But when you told me that, I was like, yeah, right there would be perfect. Soft couch, lay baby right there if needed or anything. So I was just like, I calculated it. You know?
I appreciate you for thinking about that too,
bro. Of course, man. Definitely. Of course, and bro, I would really want to sponsor you. I would sponsor you. Yeah.
Hell yeah, bro! I definitely appreciate that.
Throw my little logo up there.
I got you. Like I got you.
But you know who else? I don't know if you trained with him, Hayden Bryers.
Yeah, I haven't trained with him, but I know him. He's pretty chill, dude.
He gave you some flowers, bro.
No shit.
Yeah, the Elevate card. He had Johnny Garcia. He knows Johnny Garcia. Yeah. He helped him train.
Johnny Garcia's cold as fuck.
He's cold, bro. Yeah. He's real cold. And I'll probably cut this out. But I was screen recording my phone so Hayden could watch the fight. Yeah. So I was reading the card off to him because he was like, let me know when Johnny gets on. And I was like, he was like, who's fighting right now? And I said, your name. And he was like, bro, he's so cold. He was like, he has great hands. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. And I watched, and you just, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I've worked on it a lot, just my hands. And for some odd reason, like when I first started training with House of Dragons, like I've always just was super used to just using my hands. Just being a little kid, just having a chip on my shoulder and just being a little scrappy Mexican dude. Just like boxing my cousins and just randomly just like hitting the walls and like being just a crazy little kid. I've always just kind of been used to throwing my hands, so being able to, I just sharpened it up at the gym, honestly, with Sensei and him seeing that I had that tool in my bag, and he just kind of just polished it up and threw some kicks, knees, elbows, and kind of made me what I am right now.
What's going through your mind every time you step through the cage?
from what I remember my last one, I feel like I try to be as present as I possibly can be in that moment. There's no like I try not to be super overzealous, super angry, super emotional. I try to be calm. I try to just be completely like not dead, but just completely just zoned in. Just completely no emotion, not feeling anything. Do what I gotta do. I know I'm willing to die. I'm willing to do what I gotta do. I accept them. I accept them going into dangerous waters. Right before they ring the bell, get into my little stance, take a deep breath. That deep breath zones everything out, and I'm just there. And I just only hear my corner. I only hear his corner, and I'm not really thinking in there. I'm just reacting, and I just look and see things. Like at the end of the first round, you could see I hit him with 2, 3 uppercut, and then a hook, and then we're kind of moving around. I have a bounce, and I stop. And I look at him move up and down. I say, boom. He throws it too, and I boom. So it's being able to just see things because I'm calm, because I'm calculated. What Sensei says before every one of our fights: be cool, calm, and calculated. Be aggressive but calculated. Like try to kill him, but like be calculated about it. Don't just be wild and stuff your punches. So like every punch, I feel like it landed like at a perfect distance, and I pull 2, and I feel like everything was just sliding out the way.
How's it feel to see your your name on a poster, your face on a poster, you're giving out tickets, people know you as a fighter? Mm-hmm. How does all this feel? How does all this feel to you?
It feels cool, honestly. Like I always think of it not as like who I am now, but I always think of like, man, like I wonder what kid version of me would think. Like I always think like, man, like I won this fight, I did this fight, I lost this fight, and then I always think like, man, we're a fighter. We fight. We do this. Holy crap, man! Like we do it. So it feels good. It feels cool to like have people recognize like I put in work. I do what I gotta do, and even though I may I may lose, I may have downs. I may have downs, but that's just life. That's life. Yeah, that's life, bro. And just being able to get back on my horse, grind, pray to God, and know that He has a plan for me, and everything works out. And knowing all that, just everything works out, bro. It's life, like you said. All the stars aligning, everything just going the way it needs to go, not the way I want it to go, but just God has a plan for everybody. And who am I to try to change His story? If I'm meant for greatness, then I'm meant for greatness. If He chose me to be the one, then I'm gonna be the one. I'm gonna do everything I can to be the one. And from what I've been doing and how I've been feeling recently and how this last fight went, everything my sensei's been telling me about my potential, about what he sees and his vision, and how I should feel when it comes to these fights, and how life is, and how he's told me he's been exactly where I've been at. Just I feel like you said earlier, all the stars are aligning. I feel like there's a reason I'm here having this interview. There's a reason I'm still breathing, and I'm gonna find that reason. I'm gonna make it worth it. Make the rest of my life worth it. I'm not gonna live a life full of regret.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets. I always wanted that tattoo. Just spell no regrets, and people are like, hey, and that just strikes up a conversation. It'd be pretty funny.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Not a single thing. Not even a single letter.
Not a single letter. Nah, I feel like if I went back and like, if I went back in time and like probably pooped in a different toilet, everything would be different. Like, like the time traveler like curse. Like you go back, you move a pencil, and like Hitler runs the world. Like
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Yeah, Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's a great movie, bro.
Bro, that's a great movie. Freaking what was the other one? I love all types of movies, bro. Like all the gory, crazy shit. Like for some reason, I just always liked it and gravitated towards it. Like Edge of Tomorrow, The Boys. Boom. Boom. Invincible. Boom. But yeah, all like the gory, crazy shit. Like I've always really liked all like same thing with music. Like any song, any genre.
Think your music taste is pretty good.
Yeah, any genre of music I like. Like if it's the Bee Gees, or like what's it called? If it's like some rock song, if it's Kurt Cobain, if it's Kendrick Lamar,
Mike Jones,
exactly, Mike Jones, Slim Thug. I almost call him Young Thug because a long time ago I was cutting weight and I said Young Thug, and yeah, but like all the Houston rappers, Zero, bro, I grew up on all that. And then for some reason I always liked rock. Like my parents, like I put on some weird like rock song, and they're just all like, okay. I'm like, oh, screw you, I'm just not cultured.
Nirvana.
Exactly. Nirvana, Led Zeppelin, System of a Down, bro. Everybody, all of them.
The Boys did a good job putting me on that last song for The Boys on the last episode. Mm-hmm. It was called Heart Shaped Box. Pay, wait. Yes. Bro, it put me on. I was like, whoa, dog.
Yes, bro. When somebody finds like a really good rock song that gets them into that like line of music, I'm just like, bro, you gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to that, you gotta listen to that. Oh, this sounds like this. Let me listen to this one country song. You gotta listen to this, you gotta listen to that. Like I have like recommendations for like almost every genre of music, just because like I listen to everything. Like I don't really have a closed mind when it comes to music. Like whatever I like in that moment is what I'm gonna just add it to my playlist, and like I can go on shuffle, and it'll go from Metallica to Beyonce to Kendrick Lamar to these other people. Adele, exactly. It'll go from crazy things. Even she's like been in the car with me, and it's went from like this to that back to this, and she's like, what the heck, like this is so cool.
Only bangers though.
Only bangers. Well, some of them are misses according to my wife, but I like them personally. It's kind of because I'm a weirdo on the inside. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah. No, bro, I 100% agree with you. I have a diverse music taste too. Yeah. And it's crazy how you think like when other people are just like, I only like this genre, and you're like, what? Mm-hmm. What? Yeah. Like
how do you live only listening to slow country?
Like I said, bro, like I listen to country, rock. There was a phase where I was listening to Japanese rap. You know,
that's good too.
They were going hard.
Yeah, like emo music. Like bro, I used to listen to that shit all the time.
Suicide Boys.
They go pretty hard. My Chemical Romance, bro. All of them, bro. All of them. But yeah,
Suicide Boys go hard, bro. Like the whole SoundCloud era was so peak, dog.
Bro.
Like I knew Lil Peep, Juice WRLD, X. I knew X when he was in jail for that fight for that song he had, Young Brats.
Young Brats. Yeah.
I knew X.
The album cover where he
Heroin Father. Yeah. I knew him. I knew of him.
You knew of him
before everybody else. And I played his stuff at school. What's this?
Like, bro, what?
Yeah. Weirdo. No, I was kidding.
Bro, X was like my like introduction into like the diversity of it, because he made like rap songs, he made slow songs, he made rock music, he made this and that.
He was really good.
I was like, bro, this dude is like talented, and everyone's like, yeah, he's just like a dumb kid, and like I feel like his music is better than some music nowadays. Yep. Bro, like when he talks about how he spits his message and how he talks about mental health too, is like when I was younger I was like, man, I connect with this, and then when he passed I was like, bro, it's always the good ones, bro.
No, when Lil Peep passed, I felt that. When Lil Peep passed, I wanted to cry, bro. Because I was in high school and I seen it and I was like, oh, no.
Yeah. And then whenever X made the remix of Lil Peep's song of was it Falling Down? Mm-hmm. Dude, I listened to that just on repeat. And then whenever X passed, bro,
that came out when I was in boot camp. So and my son's mom, she knew I loved Lil Peep and X, and so she was like, bro, you're gonna like this song when you get out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you're gonna listen to it, and I'm like, bet. So I got it. But Lil Peep was so good, bro. So good.
Yeah, he's super underrated.
Come Over When You're Sober Part 1 was one of the best albums to me, bro.
Yeah, he definitely makes made a lot of good music.
But overall, like I said, the SoundCloud era, I don't know if you were really
timestamp talking about SoundCloud.
If you were like deep into it, but like Xavier Wolf, Bones,
oh my god,
Xavier Wolf,
Hollow Squad, you know, that is just, man, dog.
You just had to be there.
Yeah, my homeboy Leo, shout out Leo. Yeah, he's actually my barber, and he does a media shit now.
Bro, yeah, for real. Time out. My eyes are bad too. This is the first time it happened 3 times. You said what?
So I gotta watch that. Don't even work. I was like, damn. I don't even know what time it is.
It's understandable.
Honestly, my new style changes and my like way of dressing now is really like.
Does it gotta go with the hair?
My influence, my style, or like my style?
Yeah, does it have to match the hair?
No, it doesn't have to, but like the way I dress and the way I try to dress now is literally directed or correlated from like, or influenced, 3 different fucking words for the same thing, but influenced from Sensei Will, like the way he dresses and like how he's like. Give her your
gun. Just help her get set up in the car. Give her your gun.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll lock in for 30 minutes and we're good, bro. Alright. If that's cool with you.
No, I'm chilling.
Alright, cool. Seriousness. This is serious. Bro, you're really gonna have to listen to all this back and see what you want out.
Bro.
What you want in, dog. So now that we're back.
How
are you? Bro, and I feel like the thing I bring, I'm not trying to gas myself or nothing, but I've had people say, like, let's do another pod.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because it's like, bro, we already talked.
Yeah.
But I'm honored because I would love to have a conversation. Bro, I feel like I could have a conversation that goes on for hours, bro.
Yeah. Especially with, like-minded people and people who, like, think the same or, like...
Open-minded.
Open-minded or just, like, could jump from this topic to that topic to that topic. You ask one question, there's, like, 40 minutes of a conversation that happened from it. Like, that's pretty cool to me, honestly. And then, like, I would definitely want to come back on again, dude. This is freaking
bro.
sick.
Like, you heard Senpai? He, what did I tell him? I was like, bro, did you practice this stuff in a mirror before you came here? Because your answers are just, like, 7 minutes long, bro. Like, you're just spitting it out. He was in his flow state.
Yeah, exactly. Flow state. That's everything we work on in the camp, too.
Explain the flow state.
The flow state is whenever you are outside of your own being and you're seeing yourself from third person and you're not thinking about your moves. You're just reacting and you're moving without thinking about it. That's the flow state. And you're throwing, blocking, and everything's kind of lining up. And it's really freaking cool to be in a flow state. It's really weird. I don't even know how to explain how that flow state feels. Like my last fight, I feel like that's like the most flow state I've been in. Just seeing everything and being super calm about it. And like, he hit me, cool. And I was like, rolling with the punches. So yeah, that's the flow state. The flow state is you're just out of your own mind and you're like kind of playing a video game in the back of your own mind. You're just seeing everything. It's pretty cool.
What made you want to dye your hair?
It was more so of like me wanting to just try something different. I dyed my hair before one of my other Muay Thai fights. It was like I tried to do a blonde because Ratanga come over to do a seminar, and then I was like he had his hair dyed and I was like cool, I'll just do it to just show out. And I did it this last fight just because I wanted to try to get the Charles Oliveira type of gray. I ended up doing it, but I did it like 2 weeks from the fight and I was like I'm gonna get a haircut and it's all gonna be gone, and now it's like where it is now. But I used to dye my hair all the time whenever I was a kid, like, when I was younger, just to try it, blue hair, red hair, or whatever. Like I did it at a perfect time to where no one had like the what's it called, like the lesbian blue hair girls and like the red hair girls. Like I did it right before that happened, and I was like, okay, cool, I dodged the bullet. But yeah,
it's because tonight will be the night
that I will fall for you
over again. Oh my god. No, that's dope though, bro. And when like same thing, bro. When I seen that, I was like, and then like this fight camp, I guess House of Dragons just did haircuts. Like Margot, he cut his hair, and then you did this, and I was like, nice,
bro.
Noticed.
When Senpai did that, like I showed up at the dojo, and I was like, who's that on the bike? And I seen him take his hoodie off. I was like, holy crap, he looks way more intimidating. Not that he wasn't before, but I feel like when he had the long curly hair, it was very like it was very like, oh, who's this like kid? Who's this kid? Who's this?
The commentary was like crazy eyed.
Who's this crazy eyed kid? Yeah, that camp actually, like whenever I was hitting the pads with him and he was going crazy and he was like getting tired and I was like, let's fucking go, come on. Like I'd see him go, and like just the eyes would go. I was like, oh shit, and like a kick would come, I'd have to catch it. I was like that's his flow state. That's like his like crazy eyes, like seeing everything. Pop, 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 pop. That's his like Dragon Ball Z moment,
bro. I was literally just thinking that it is like Dragon Ball Z, bro. Super Saiyan.
Yeah, and whenever I dyed my hair, he was like, man, like what's the steps to doing that? Because I want to go Super Saiyan with you. I was like, let's do it in your next fight. Because it was like 3 weeks before, or like 2 weeks before the fight, and I was like, man, like let's do it after this fight because I don't want you to do it and like have to go bald. He went bald anyways. So, but yeah, it's been a freaking journey, dude. I'm so blessed to be here. Shout out God. Shout out all his blessings.
Shout out God. Couple big booms.
More than a couple big booms.
You're right. My bad.
It's all good.
Couple times too. Infinity big booms.
Infinity big booms.
No, man. And then like, you fought for, the title before, right? And how does that feel? I know it's a lot of materialistic, but at some point, a title fight, I would think it's a big deal,
It is a big deal, but it's more so just like preparing for a longer fight, to be honest. Like there's a lot of attention and whatever rah-rah hype behind it, but honestly I don't care about getting the title. Like cool, it's a good opportunity to be there, but our mentality is like fuck a title. We're going out there to hurt you. We're going out there to make you quit. We're going out there so you don't kill me. We're going out there to make you just retire. Like we're going out there to hurt people and to make them not want to do this anymore. So that whenever I fought for this last kickboxing title against this dude Gideon, He was talking mess for like a year and a half, saying how he'll hurt me and like he'll finish me and like he'll like fucking make me like not be able to go home to my family or whatever. And then we ended up fighting at 125 for a kickboxing title, and I finished him in the second round. It's like, all that talking for what? Like, there was no reason for the talking. And my last fight against this dude Jesus, he's actually really, really chill dude. He was my cousin's homeboy, and I told him after the fight, I was like, hey, if my cousin thinks you're a cool dude, I think you're a cool dude. And we're cool now. But actually at my daughter's birthday party, my cousin, he had took a picture of me and him. He was like, take a picture. I was like, hey. And I was like, nah, I don't like that one. Let me flip off the camera just because. And I look at his phone, and he sends it to the dude I was fighting. So the dude thought I would just, hey, send a picture of me flipping off the camera to him. And then he ends up texting back. He's like, man, don't bring your family. Like, I do this for real. Like, you're not going to be able to go back to them. And like, you got submitted like a dog. I was like, okay, this is a different fight. Like, whatever, dude. I'm at my kid's birthday party. He's like, yeah, like, don't bring your family. I do this for real. And I was like, okay, whatever, dude. And the interviews come out with Clear Life, and he's like, I'm gonna do nasty things to him. Hey, my name's Jesus. He's like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish him. I'm pretty sure. It's like he wasn't sure at all. If you say you're pretty sure, like me, that whole camp, I was like, I know I'm gonna hurt this guy. Like, I know, like, he doesn't have anything for me with the stand up. Not any disrespect or anything, but I know the work I put in. I know how my flow state is and how my flow state matches with people. And I just knew he wasn't gonna be able to touch me, so it was pretty cool. Like, it's funny because like the fights where like they talk the most crap, it's like where I've showed out the most. I feel like if it's more pressure, I feel like I show out even more. I feel like I kind of go back into the archives of my mind of like all the things I've been through. It was like, oh, these high pressure moments, like they're not really much when it comes to what I've been through. Like I said earlier, but yeah, that's the fight game though.
What's your best fight?
My best fight. I feel like my last fight is probably my best fight. Like I've had a lot of like good fights, good performances, but I feel like my last one was like really, really put my skills on display, and really like you said earlier, the stars aligned the entire camp, the entire night. I went through ups and downs. I had things going on with my ankles, my feet, my elbows, my back. Like everything was like feeling like it was going wrong. Then praying and constantly showing up every day. That's what made everything come to fruition. I feel like my last fight is my best fight, just based off the performance, my flow state, how I was just, there was so much going on with me mentally during that fight.
And you're fighting June 6th for Texas Muay Thai, right?
Yeah, Texas Muay Thai.
And then how are you feeling going into that?
I feel good. I feel like I put in a lot of work. I know me and this dude that I'm fighting, we've been on a collision course to fight since I started fighting. I've always seen him at smokers, seeing him fight at events. We've always been like around the same weight class anyways. So he's fought a couple of my homies, he's fought people I know, and yeah, I feel just super prepared for it. I feel like I'm gonna go in there the best version of me. I feel like I'm gonna go in there and like have an unrelenting a relentless pressure that I don't think he's ready to deal with. Like, he's a freaking great competitor. He's super dangerous. I know out of everyone who could hurt me and like give me like a cut or like mess me up, I know he could, and I have accepted that. I've accepted I'm gonna get cut. I'm gonna get tired. I'm probably gonna get kneed and elbowed and beat, but I know I'm gonna give that back. I know I could take it, and I know I could give it. As much as I give beatings to people, as much as I could throw my hands, as much as I could throw my kicks, I know I could take it. And I think that's what has me doing this as much as I'm doing it, just wanting to be active. And like I said, it's my sensei. He believes in me. He knows the skill set I have, and he knows the work I put in, and he knows the game plan, and he knows how to change my skill set for a certain opponent, change my skill set for a certain rule set. Like with MMA, it was all angles, lower stance. For Muay Thai, still angles, and doing what I have to do with my hands. Kickboxing, he just unleashes me on people, so it's pretty cool.
Off the leash.
Battle Beast.
Bro, it's cold.
Battle Beast, Conquest, they're match made in heaven, bro.
Match made. They need to meet.
They need to meet.
They'll be so good.
They have to meet. I'm gonna email them.
Bro,
I hope I don't have any influence at all right now, but I'll be like, hey, I'm a local fighter. Please, can you make Conquest and Battle Beast meet? Battle Beast, please.
Pete. And then you mentioned New York.
Yeah. June 28th. My sensei actually texted me about this last night. he was asking if I can make a quick turnaround after June 6th to June 28th to go to fight for a kickboxing title in New York. So it's a pretty good opportunity. So I said, yeah. So I'd be a kickboxing champ in Miami, Houston, and New York.
You fought in Miami?
I did. My kickboxing debut was actually in Miami for a kickboxing belt against this guy called the Joker.
I've seen it, but explain it. And how did it feel?
So I got this opportunity to fight for a kickboxing belt in Miami for my kickboxing debut. Dude, he had like slick back green hair, Amazon tattoos that you like put on. Like he had damage on his forehead, like the Jared Leto Joker. Not even a good Joker. Like he could have been like Heath Ledger Joker. Like
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
He could Ledger.
Yeah.
White. Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix. He could have been any one of those, but he chose the Heath Ledger. Not Heath Ledger. Fucking.
Don't disrespect.
No, not Heath Ledger. No,
Jared Leto.
No, Jared Leto. Yeah, sorry, I'm out of it. I get hit in the head a lot, but he chose Jared Leto Joker, and he slick back hair, green hair, fake tattoos. In the face off, he had like a purple trench coat and his belt and a cane. I was like, man, why do I always have to fight these guys? Like it's always like somebody put it best. They said I always fight like Saturday morning cartoon characters. I fought the Joker. I fought El Leprechaun. I fought Walmart Wiz Khalifa, as my sensei puts it. I fought a bunch of just crazy.
Do nasty.
I fought Mr. Nasty Time. But yeah, I always fight characters. But going back to the story, so dude with green hair, all the Joker tattoos, talking mess, and it was. I didn't even know it was a title fight until like a day before I was gonna fly out. I was like, okay, cool, a belt. Get there, weigh in. It's all intense. All his people were there. All my people were back in Houston. The fight ends up going on, and I beat the brakes off that dude for like 3 rounds. And then I ended up getting the belt. After the fight, all his people were talking like, oh, he illegally wrapped his hands. I'm like, oh yeah, these illegal wraps really definitely helped these kicks. But it was really cool to just go out there and with Sensei too, like. As much as like me going out there doing that and like being like, yeah, I could go do this, like for him to believe in me to go do this, for him to like use their money and help me get out there and giving me the opportunity is like, holy crap. Like if I don't like do something with this, it's almost an insult to them, like for them putting all their time, effort, money into me and like studying fights, staying up, having these mental coaching moments. Like for me to like give up and not do something with this, it's like almost backhanding them, you know. It's definitely something I really am appreciative of.
Just making sure you're giving your all because you know they're giving their all.
Yeah, and it's not even that I feel obligated to. It's just I want to. I love doing this, and the reason I love doing this is the environment we have at House of Dragons and the people I have surrounded by around me and the people I could go to the dojo with, and every time I go, I was like, "Hey, senpai's there. Hey, sensei's there," and it's always a good time. And but whenever we need to get down to business, we get down to fucking business. Like if we're like with our training, we train with intent. We don't train to just tit for tat. If we do that, sensei will call you out. He's like, hey, don't fucking train to miss. Like hit your targets. Like fucking train with intent. Like if you're going light, it doesn't mean go slow. Like go fast with your intent. Fucking move, get tired, and have your body train. Like even when you are tired, though, perfect technique. Move. That's what happened in my last fight. I wasn't tired at all. But those moments where I was like, okay, cool, maybe I might be doing this wrong. Let me switch my stance. Boom. Flow state. That comes with just training with intent, training with the intensity of like, holy shit, let me boom, move out the way, and seeing someone in front of you. And if your partner is training with intent and you're training with intent, you're just helping each other. If you're training to miss, training to like, oh, let me like throw at your head, but maybe that way, so it's easier for you to slip. You're just basically helping this guy get KO'd in his next fight. So with me and Senpai training with intent, this entire camp, just small 4-ounce gloves with intent. Like one of those small 4-ounce gloves could break your nose and bloody you up, you know. So you have to be on your P's and Q's at our dojo whenever you're training for a fight. Like we're not gonna let nobody slack. And if you do slack, well, hey, do you feel like you can compete? And if we feel like if Sensei feels like you can compete, he's like, hey, I'm pulling you up from this, or like you're not doing this because like you haven't been shown to the gym, you haven't been putting in the time, you haven't put in this, you always show up late, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. It hits you with facts, and you can't feel bad about it, you know what I mean? So as long as you do your work, as long as you come to dojo, show out, do what you gotta do, and you go out there and fight your heart out, it doesn't matter win, lose, or draw. If you go out there and fight your ass off and put on a show and like kill or be killed. Like my last fight before this, whenever I fought Leprechaun, I was trying to fucking kill that guy. Like I was trying to take his head off. He stuck to a game plan. The Marab, boom, 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 take down, boom, boom, take down. I stuffed like a bunch of them, but eventually he got me down, and you know the fight went the way it went. Like I have 2 losses in my MMA career, and they're both by just submission and grappling and just people sticking to their game plan. I don't think nobody can stand with me in the MMA world. And striking, I don't think anybody can handle my pressure or the way I deal with them, the way I deal with the strikes and the way I deal with damage and the way I could take it and give it to. I don't think anybody could deal with that. And that's the honest truth, because that's the work I put in, and that's the version of me that Sensei's helped me see. Because growing up, I didn't think I could do any of this. I always thought I was like like I'm gonna fall into the same cycle this side of the family did, and I'm cursed to screw up. I always thought I was cursed to screw up. I always thought my last name was cursed. Yeah, just martial arts, Sensei, my dad, my wife, everyone I'm surrounded around. My mom, she was a big supporter at the beginning of this too. Of course, she got frustrated whenever my brothers would grab the gloves and punch each other, and then she'd be like, "You're not gonna be a fighter." I'm like, "Oh, okay." Okay. And then House of Dragons opened up like 5 minutes away from my house, and I was like, cool, let me just try these guys out. Yeah, and then freaking, I was 19 then, I'm 23 now, and we just kind of been rocking with each other since. Like no matter what, like even if I do stop fighting, like I have a family there, regardless of if I fight, if I compete or not. But this is something I love to do, and it's something I'm hungry for. And it's like I'm conquering demons doing it. I'm the archangel. I'm conquering these demons, and I'm out here to slay these people. I'm out here to collect heads. I'm out here to collect belts. Not because it's belts and it's a higher status, but because I feel like it's something I was personally chosen to do. Not because I'm like, oh, man, I want to be made for this. I feel like everything that in my life has led me to do this. I don't think any avenue in my life, if I went any other way, it'd still probably be fighting. It'd still probably be something in martial arts. It'd still probably be something that comes to combat sports. And I feel like if I didn't have combat sports or martial arts in my life, like I said earlier, I want to be here. I honestly don't think I would be here if it wasn't for martial arts or the dojo or for everybody in my life. So that's just me, man. I feel like I was, for some odd reason, I don't know why, I asked him all the time, why me? I don't feel worthy. I don't feel like I should be chosen, but that's God. That's him giving the hardest battles to the strongest soldiers and leading me to the House of Dragons, and from there, I think it's raining. I think so. But yeah, just giving me these hard battles growing up, and leading me to where I am now. That's all I could really just ask for, honestly. I just gotta pray, and all I could ask for was just a better life, and that's what I'm trying to give myself. It was my mom's given me with what she's the card she's been dealt, you know what I mean?
And that's respectable, bro. Do you ever see yourself like teaching or being a coach yourself?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I was teaching the kids class for a while, but just like work scheduling, like sometimes I wasn't making it. Sometimes I was like, man, like I can't help out, and I genuinely want to help out. I love to teach. I love to have a moment to where like, hey, I'm like, do this, do that, or maybe like have a sound in your head, bop bop. And then if instead of like bop bop bop, they went bop bop, and they made it a little faster, and like, oh crap, that sound worked, thank you, coach. And like having people look up to you, and having people be like, man, like my coach does this, my coach went out there and fought and won, and my coach went out there and fought, maybe he lost, but he went out there and fought his heart out. He's a dog, you know. I love teaching. I love those teachable moments. I love being there for my daughter, and I'm gonna be her coach like as soon as I can. Like I'm already telling her hiya, hitting the bag. She went to the dojo like whenever I was gonna go to the weigh-in, she was hitting the bag, facing off with it. Like she's a little crazy kid already, but yeah, it's a crazy.
When fighters do talk trash and bring up family, does that switch a different gear to you? Does that, because like, you know, when you sign the contract and you fight, mm-hmm. right, you know, like, well, no shit, I'm trying to hurt you, you're trying to hurt me, yeah. right? It's just business. Yeah. But when they bring family into it, is that where it gets like, do you feel anything where it's like, now it's personal?
No, not really, because at the end of the day, everyone really just has to bring hype to a fight, make attention, or if they really genuinely do feel that way, then it's like, okay, then we don't have to fight in the cage, you know what I mean? We can meet up anytime you want if it's really about family. But most of the time people aren't really like that, and if they are, if they are, that's whatever. Like I've seen situations like that. I've dealt with situations like that where people genuinely wanted to hurt me, and people genuinely wanted to hurt my family. You know what I mean? So it's just, if we're fighting and it's in the cage, it's not as serious as a life or death situation. It is a life or death situation. Don't get me wrong, but the training with intent to fighting to not let your family get killed while you're at a bar or at a party, that's different than, okay, just me and you in the cage, I'm gonna fucking hurt you. Yeah. Versus like, hey, y'all two get over there, give me my gun, I'm gonna go deal with this shit.
So you understand the entertainment aspect?
Yeah, I understand the entertainment aspect. And I even talked to the last dude I fought. Sorry for cutting you off. But I ended up talking to the dude that I last fought, and I was telling him, like, hey, like, that was nothing personal. Like, my cousin sent you that picture, and I know you didn't mean that shit about my family. He's like, yeah, bro, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I'm like, but why did you? like, I don't know, bro. People just say
we're
things. We're
all learning.
Yeah, everyone's learning. We're amateurs.
Yeah. So, yeah. And speaking of amateurs, you know, how is it? You know, of course, you know, when Sensei says, Sensei goes whenever he feels you're ready. But, you know, what if you could put a time estimate on it, when you kind of looking to go pro?
A couple more fights, honestly. From what Sensei's been telling me and how I've been progressing and how my mental has been shifting to more of a professional mindset, whereas, like, excuse me, after this last fight, like, yeah, I ate like bad food for a weekend, but like I was back on it that week. Being a professional, eating right, doing what I gotta do, taking care of my body. If I don't come to the dojo, I'll get some work in on my own. Like before I came here, I was hitting the bags 10 rounds and just moving around, pushing myself, and just having Sensei's voice in the back of my head, like, do this, do that, intent, just him drilling these things in my head. Just becoming more and more professional, just in a mindset way, in the way I present myself, the way I try to talk about fights, the way I try to just, like I said, just present myself, the way I try to deal with family things, the way I deal with work, the way I deal with fighting, the way I deal with our communication in this podcast. The way I just try to be super cool, super chill, let you know, like, I'm not on no BS. I know you're not on no BS from what I've seen, from what I've like looked at, like how you're telling me, like, you're looking at my page. I was looking at your page too. I was like, oh, I wonder if this dude's cool. And I seen the tattoo interview you did. I was like, yeah, this dude's pretty cool. Like, you remind me of like a bunch of my cousins and my homies. So it was like a no-brainer to come on here, honestly.
Bro, it's like, it's just honored when you said it. I screen when you commented that, I screenshotted it and I sent it to my son's mom, and I was like, bro, this is what it's about. You know, because a lot of people, I feel like they stop by, they see, but they don't acknowledge. Yeah. You know, and I feel like, bro, I'm a huge believer in acknowledging people and giving them flowers, bro. Because sometimes you never know if someone's hard on themselves or if they're going through anything. Because, bro, you could be putting in like so much insane work, and yeah, you don't do it for the acknowledgement, but it's nice to hear it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's like, thank you for saying that, like, legit, bro.
Yeah, you're like, you could be that one person that one message that somebody needs to hear, where they're like, man, like, that just made my whole day, bro. Like me the other day, like, I posted a video of me hitting pads with senpai, and like one of our good friends, he was like, man, I don't mean to like sound like I'm glazed or anything, but like, I've been trying to like throw hands like you, bro, like the way you move your head and stuff. I'm like, bro, like, I've been working at it for a minute now. Like, it's been like private sessions with Sensei and doing my own, not my own thing, but just like doing what he showed me on my own and constantly drilling it to where it just happens. You know what I mean? So for homies and for Hayden to give me flowers like that, I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. Cause like, remember I first started fighting and stuff, like, Hayden was that guy. Like, he still is that guy. He's still a dog. He's still cold. But like, seeing Hayden fight and seeing Hayden's like performances and stuff like that, it's like, man, that dude's pretty chill. And then Senpai went to go train with them, and just people that I've seen around every once in a while, just finally noticing like work I put in. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. That's why I do it. Just one, to spread the message of Jesus is King, like I said, spread his word, spread the gospel, and let everybody know why I'm here. But also, like, it's cool to just meet new people. Honestly, I'm a nobody from Houston. Like, I'm trying to make a name for myself, and for people to finally recognize me, it's pretty cool, honestly.
And to reach out, you know, an acknowledgement, bro. Like I said, you know, when I congratulated you, it was like an invite, you know. But you know, I bet, bro, like, you know, people you never you never knew. You know, people that you meet for the first time and people like hating it more, where they're peers of you, you know, in the same sport as you, and they're like, bro, that guy's good.
Yeah.
Like, he is good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It has to feel some type.
Yeah, it feels dope. And that, and like, and building like long lasting like friendships with like dope martial artists like Daywalker. Like, I'm not sure if you know who he is, but he's like everybody's uncle. He's like the coolest dude ever. He looks like Blade. He wears shades, indoors, outdoors, day, night, it doesn't matter. He's like the coolest dude you've ever met. And he's 500 years old. Because he doesn't age. He's old, but he's young, and he'll still mess you up no matter what. What. But yeah, just like I said, just building those long lasting relationships with people, and then what the opportunities that this has given me, like to talk to people like you, super chill people, to go train with super talented people, to go to the dojo and train all these super talented kids. Like, we have the best fight team in Houston. Like, all the kids they fought at TGL the day after our fight. Gold medals, belts, freaking going out there putting on wars and shows, and everybody knows whenever the House of Dragons pulls up, like, all right, it's gonna be a long day. Like, well, my last fight, I told Senpai and a couple other people, I'm like, man, I feel like they kind of forgot. They forgot like who we are, who I am, and the performances we could put on, just because, you know, life, things going on, and this sport's super like, whatever is happening now is happening now. The past is kind of the past. Like, it's a weekend full of glory, and then like back on Mondays, like, I mean, your phone's not bumping as much as it was last night, and you're back at work, and you're just like, man, I got to get back in there. So it's always on to the next, always on to the next, always on to the next. So to build lasting relationships that aren't just like on to the next, on to the next, on to the next, you're really getting something out of it.
That's dope as fuck. Yeah, bro, it's real true, bro. Because I feel like me too. Like, I love helping people promote themselves, get the exposure, learning the stories, getting their stories out there. But I've talked to a lot of fighters off camera too, right? And we have phone numbers. We exchange phone numbers. We text. And what's cool is like I get on a deep level with them and be like, I would, you know, in the future like to train with you, or I would like you to train my son because I've seen you in kid classes. And they're like, yeah, man, go ahead, bring him on. You know, it's cool. It's all love. And I'm like, you know, that's what it's all about. Yeah. Just relationships, helping each other out. Because that's all. That's. I feel like that's what just will make the world a better place. And honestly, like, and just help each other out, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like everyone takes themselves too seriously. I feel like it's way too much politics. I don't know why. I'm not really a fan of it, but I get it. I feel like just it's too much politics, bro. I feel like everybody could just, you know, get along, but, you know, people are people, and they're gonna have their emotions and their little borders and guidelines that they want to, you know, stick to. But there's nothing wrong with that at all. But I feel like there's too much things going on in this world for you to not for you to just hold hate. You know what I mean?
I think with my mom, she used to tell me all the time. It really instilled on me, even to this day, and it like superseded everything in the world. Now she would always tell me, like, at a young age, she's like, we're not God, we're no one to judge. And she would always tell me that, and from that day on, is like, I just go through life without judging people and stuff like that. I mean, I judge sometimes, you know, I'm not gonna lie, but I don't judge to where it's like, I can't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll have a conversation with you, you know, maybe and I'll keep it respectable, you know, cordial. Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, that's just how it is. And then you gotta think about it. Like, I wouldn't know what I would do if I was in your situation. You wouldn't know what you would do if you were in my situation. You guys said something similar, kind of like that earlier, where it's like,
if you lived my life, you'd be me, and if I lived yours, you'd be mine.
Exactly. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's what it's all, you know, because and it's crazy because, like, I just watched, like, Joker too, you know what I'm saying? Like, you didn't know, you know, if one of those guys would have been nice to him and the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, all that stuff probably wouldn't have happened. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's not, it doesn't cost to be nice. It doesn't cost to hate either. I admit that, but you know what I'm saying?
Some people get a little bit more out of hating. Some people get a little bit more out of hating than they do like giving people flowers. Just a smidge. I don't know. Y'all might be looking into yourselves with that hate. I don't know.
Bro, I know. Dig deeper. You know.
I know. Dig deeper, bro. Go to therapy.
Nah, bro. We're about to wrap it up because, you know, you got the family out there. But where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself becoming a pro fighter. Being a big part of the gym, our dojo, possibly running another location. running my own business maybe, and just doing things I never thought I could do. Just becoming a better father, a better husband, a better martial artist, just constantly progressing. Whether that's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, I'm gonna be better tomorrow than I am today. Just always trying to pray, give glory to God, and I just see myself just succeeding. Honestly, I don't think I could be beat with a mindset that I have. I don't think that even if I lose, win or draw, I don't think I'm gonna lose in life. I don't think I'm gonna be down in the dumps like how it was. I feel like if I got past what I've gotten past, there's nothing that could hurt me. There's nothing that could penetrate my armor that I built. I feel like my mental fortitude that I've got in this camp and mental fortitude that I've got from my entire life building up until now, there's nothing that could break me. So in 5 years, I see myself, like I said, being a pro fighter, being a martial artist, and being the best version of me that I could possibly be.
And what can people expect when you step in that cage?
Violence, cold stone killer. If I want to be a contract killer, I can. I know you and somebody talked about that. I'm being a little kid. Honestly, I actually thought about that. It was such a stupid thing. I was like, man, I wonder if I could
possible.
It's very possible.
Very possible.
You might have to cut this out if I do become.
They're like, you have an interview. Who?
That dude's social security number doesn't even exist no more, bro. The CIA erased them.
Nah, man, but. It was an honor having you here. Definitely, and is there anything you want to say to your friends, family, supporters, potential sponsors? Yeah. If there's anything.
I was gonna say thank y'all for supporting me. Thank you for everyone who reached out to me whenever I've been down in the dumps. Whenever I needed those messages, and for just supporting me and just letting me know that what I'm doing is being noticed, and it means the world to me. And I really appreciate every single one of y'all who put your time into me, who gave me the wisdom that y'all have given me. I want to thank God first and foremost for giving me these opportunities. I want to thank Sensei Will for taking me under his wing and just giving me everything, all the opportunities, and giving me all this knowledge that you have. And without you, without the dojo, without Senpai, I probably wouldn't be here. So I know I probably tell you this every 6 months, Sensei, but you're one of the realest people I've ever known, and you're definitely one of the biggest influences in my life. You, Senpai, y'all's family, for bringing me into the dojo the way y'all did. There's nothing I could do to pay that back. Shout out to my mom, shout out to my dad, just everybody, family, friends, everyone.
I appreciate you for coming on, man.
Definitely appreciate it, buddy.